Happy Sunday, St. Paul's, and welcome to our second week of virtual Sunday school. I am so excited for us to be back together today. So what's happening in our church and in this moment in time? So during the season after Pentecost, the church focuses on living in a community, growing in faith and discipleship. So our story today, this encourages us to forgive one another and to keep the community together. So while Jesus teaches us to forgive many, many times over, make sure to remember that forgiveness does not mean that we should accept being hurt over and over. So I think that's a really important lesson for us today. So find a comfy spot and let's settle in, and I'll meet you there. So I hope you found a comfy spot for our story. So settle in and we're gonna get started. So our story today is forgiveness 70 times 70. That sounds like a really big number. Well, let's settle in. This is from Matthew chapter 18. Jesus, Peter asked, if someone is unkind to me, how many times should I forgive them? 1 time? 2 times? 7 times? Not 1, 2, or 7 times, but 70 times 70, Jesus replied. Peter started to count to 490. That was a lot of times. But why, Jesus? He asked. Jesus looked with kind eyes at his friend. We forgive each other because we love each other. Then Jesus told Peter a story about forgiveness. A man owed his king a lot of money. The man worked hard to pay his debt, but it still wasn't enough. He worked even harder, but it still wasn't enough. Please give me more time, he begged. The king showed him love, and he told the man, you don't have to pay me. I forgive you of your debt. The man raced home to share his good news. On the way home, the man met one of his friends. You owe me money, he shouted. His friend couldn't pay the debt. The man became angry and threw his friend into prison. When the king heard this, he felt frustrated. He told the man, I forgive you because you asked me, and I showed mercy. Choose to forgive and love others like I did for you. So that is our story today. And before we get into our crafts and then our questions of the day, I want you guys to think, what happens after you say, I'm sorry to someone? So look on to the next slide for your crafts. Hi, 3rd and 4th grade. I hope you enjoyed your craft today, and I can't wait to see all of them at the end of this month. Now, when you're thinking about our story today, we talked a lot about forgiveness and how it's important to forgive one another, and Jesus talks about this a lot. So I want to ask you guys some questions that I want you to talk to your parents about. So how many times did Jesus say we should forgive someone? Do you guys remember? Do we need to keep track? Is it important for us to keep track of how many times someone forgives us? What do you think the difference was in our king's response and then the wealthy slave's response? So the man who didn't forgive his friend. Do you feel better or worse when you hold a grudge and don't forgive someone? So I want you guys to noodle on that and then let me know what you think. Hi, 3rd and 4th grade. I'm back again. We have an extra part of our lesson this week. This is going to be helping us to really understand where we are in the Bible during these stories. So this week's session is called Bible Bit. And so today we heard in our story the number 7 a lot. Jesus talked about us forgiving someone 77 times 7. That's a big number. But 7 is a number indicating completion. So that's a really important number in the Bible. So Jesus is saying God's forgiveness has no limits, and us as Christians, we're called to forgive others completely. So I want you to think on that, and I will see you all soon. Bye. Well, St. Paul's, thank you for joining me for week 2 of virtual Sunday school. I am so thankful that we are able to have this platform and be together through this time. I can't wait to see all of your crafts in a few weeks, and I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday, your week, and happy welcome back to school. I can't believe it's already September. So have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next week. Bye.